Good morning, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 10 minutes away from 9 o'clock on Easter Sunday morning. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and also to wish each and every one of you a most enjoyable Easter with your family and whoever you bump into along the way. And hopefully that we might make a few pound over the Easter holidays. I'm here in Belfast. I'm in Stormont Hotel. Stormont Castle is just directly across the road. It's too bright, but if I put round the laptop out that window, you'll see the gates of Stormont up to Stormont Castle. I said to your man last night, I said I'm here to take over from your man that retired or resigned. I know I did not. I'm only joking. Got here about 9:15. The vehicle I'm driving, have a Mercedes Viano it's like a 7-seater luxury grand bus to drive. It's not a bus. I don't call everything a bus. But he had to rush me. I was hungry because I had no dinner yesterday with the racing on. So I had fish and chips. Only time for one course, he said, because the kitchen closed at 9:15, but we'll wait for you. So I was going to, I didn't know whether the chicken or the fish, and the waiter said, go with the fish, it's good. It wasn't too bad. I wouldn't be having it again. There was fish, I don't know what sort of fish it was, but soft in the middle. Maybe that's the way it's properly cooked. About 12 chips in a small little bucket, and them upright like that, and mushy peas. There was about 8 of them, I'd say. Small little square little yolk with them. About 8 or 9 peas, I'd say, mushed together or mashed or whatever you want to call them. And that was it on the plate, wasn't it? Yeah. So £19, which comes out to about 22, nearly 23 euros. But I wouldn't be having it again, so you wouldn't need the toothpick either after it, because I was hungry. No time for dessert. We'll get to dessert today. So I'll try and get this into the oven and get down for breakfast. Breakfast comes with it. Made a few pounds yesterday. There was great racing. It came fast and furious. Maidan was off first. We had good luck there at the start. Tower of London was very impressive. Will he turn out to be the new Kyprios? That's a few times he has done us a favour now, wasn't he? He won the Ulster Derby in Down Royal of 89. He was fairly thrown in that day. You can see Ryan Moore was pulling him out just that he was always going to get there. It was a pity the 2 Japanese horses didn't come follow that same route, because they'd have the same turn of foot, and that's why I picked them. California Spangle outstayed them. That was the reason that was picked, because it had won at 7 before. Nakatami, Spencer got up for third. It drifted out to 9-1. Deuce, that was the worst ride I've ever seen, because you could see after a few furlongs he wasn't thinking ahead. To remind you of the ride that Moore gave Augustin Rodin in Santa Anita, he was hoping for some split to come at the rail, but never comes in Dubai until it's too late. Finished full of heart. I was awful disappointed with that. And the same Liberty Island. Rarely when you're looking back at videos in Japan that somebody goes off in front like that, the sort of they don't go to, they're not trained, I think, or they don't do it as often to be able to read the race coming from behind. Finished full of speed, but no good. And Laurel River, I did say the other night, if that was going in the mile, I'd be sweet on it. It was fierce impressive after coming from the States. But I didn't know whether it would stay or not, but it definitely did. Very impressive winner of the Breeders' Cup. We had a couple of, a few place horses then. We had Domore Bay. I can't understand that didn't win. Probably it veered left coming to the over the last and jumped too big. It traded 1 to 500 actually. and we had scholarship in Cork. The two horses in Fairyhouse, I was on the road at the time. I only seen the result of both of them, and I won't get a chance to look them back. But I did get a text immediately after Reed to return and says, "What was she at?" So I don't know what she was at, but I know that I didn't collect money off it anyway. So a shout out to a few newcomers on the bus: Sick Nerf 1000, Paddy Calnan, Heavenly Medley, Kenneth McAneeney, East on Ulster. I'm going west this morning. Aidan Delahunty told us that Honeysuckle had her first offspring filly out a walk in the park. So no doubt, probably in 4 years' time or 3, we'll probably see that on the track. Tom Didikai is another one. Anyway, I'll rattle on. I went today with two bus horses. The horse there that done us a good turn twice, a horse called Mumbles, and it won the last day in Fontwell for us. And I said that a more galloping track might suit it. It's up £4 for its latest win. And it's carrying 12 stone 2 today now, but it's a big strong horse. Galloping track like Ffos last was suited. No, won well enough, I thought, the last day, but got tired late on. But should have had time to rest. It's the 18th of March.
Straight ahead. Not much in it for the lead again now. Mumbles just edging in front of Molto Bene. They're racing miles clear now from Word Hazard and Sangiovese as they turn their heads towards home, with now 2 flights of hurdles left to take. And it's Mumbles who's now got a clear advantage. He strides away. Molto Bene in second. She's trying to keep tabs on this one, but is now getting further behind. Probably about 5 lengths between them. 2 out. Mumbles landed in front. Travels better than Molto Bene. Sangiovese's now running on a bit. He's now taken a clear third from Word Hazard, the top weight in Alex beaten off. Here's the final flight of hurdles. Ears pricked for Mumbles. Steadies. He's over okay. Molto Bene's landed in second. Sangiovese has now started to run on when it's all over. Mumbles is out clear, staring up the run-in. With just about a half a furlong to go, he's tying up now. Sangiovese's trying to run it into the far side. Then came Molto Bene. Inside the final 100 yards, it's Mumbles who's ridden out in front. He's having a good look around him. He's going to see it out.
Oh, when Mumbles was second at an inadequate trip 2 runs back, there was money for a JP horse in the same race, and there did a horse fall 2 out. We'll see the fall and we'll just get away from the race again. It's in the JP colours. It's called Smart Casual.
The strong travelling My Granny
here.
Lily and Howdy Partner. Queen of Steel's backing out of it now as Smart Casual picks them off one by one. Still plenty with chances heading to 3 out, and Mumbles on the outside has now come through to lead. Mumbles led there. The faller was Howdy Partner, brought down Smart Casual as they run between the 3rd and 2nd last flights. Mumbles stay in front, has come to an abrupt end as now My Granny Lily goes on from Darney. Night Jet's back in 4th, then follows Quick.
He was travelling well, all right, and there's money from the 2 of them at off giant favourite that day. And he's off the same mark. He hasn't ran since. He could be a danger to us today, so I wouldn't put anyone off to have a cover bet, reverse forecast with the 2 of them. There is a good bit of money I noticed overnight for Wonder Weasel. But Tim Vaughan is out of form, and the handbrake must have been on all the time because he was beaten 10 lengths, 20 lengths, 69 lengths, 15 lengths, 12 lengths and 6.5. So clearly they must think that it's well handicapped. We'll have to stay loyal to Mumbles, but wouldn't be as confident as the other 2 twice. I think I put them up as 2-pointers. I showed the video the other night of I Love the Nightlife. It's a Nice price, an each way bet today. I won't show it again, anyone that's seen it the other night. It's on the other video. But if you look, the ground is clearly what this horse runs best on, because when you see even last March, spring ground, it won off 115 and 119. But, it was one off good and it was soft, but that was a grade 2 actually. But fifth to North Susan by 4 lengths. But then its best run was that day with Doomore Bay, and that form was franked yesterday. Then it was put up on heavy ground. So the going today is good to soften places. That's what I'm reading here. So I'm hoping that that's right. It's an open enough, and you have 4-1 the field, 3-1, 7-2 the field. It's a 12-1 shot. They're paying 3 places. It's worth an each way bet, I think. There's a couple of. There's a national on today. The West Wales national is on, and the champion hurdle. I didn't get a chance to look at them right. If I do, I sort of half looked at them last night. But if we go on to Fairyhouse, on to this race called after Honeysuckle. Jade de Grugy, they're running it back quick. I don't think it's going to be any harm, because she didn't lose a lot of sweat no more than Brighter Days Ahead the last day in Cheltenham. It's 11-4 into 9-4 overnight, and it's owned by Honeysuckle's owner as well, Kinney Alexander. So I thought it was wildly impressive in Leopardstown when the one first came out. Trip was a bit too short for the last year. They didn't use up her stamina. I'm going to pick her instead of Chitara. Oh yeah, there's a problem with my phone here. Last night I went on to William Hill. It said there's no betting allowed in the country you're in, and the Green Bookie. I was able to watch a couple of races last night, but trying to allow me to put in money. So, and I couldn't get on to 365 at all. So it looks like, unless I find a bookie shop today, I won't be able to have a bet. That's the Paddy Kyo. It's a grade 2. An open affair. I was looking for the other one. Which one is it? The 455. The Chase. Now, everyone thinks this is a match between Spillane's Tower and Blood Destiny. But Blood Destiny is a 5-year-old. 5-year-old hasn't won this ever. So I'm looking back there now since 2003. I think he has more speed for 2 mile or 2 miles 2. Spillane's Tower beat him and he beat him. I'm going to take a shot with Tactical Move. I know it's a 10-year-old, but it's lightly raced. It was off for about 3 years. But them two could be marking each other, like similar to what happened in Cheltenham. Danny Mullins could be cagey enough. 1 point to point. This is a stayer, so if this goes into a staying race, but it has won 4 of its last 5. It was second to Nick Rocket last January, or this January, and then it won twice. Now, Jumping Jet let the form down yesterday, but Danny could be out in front today and could be hard pegged back, so it's worth the gamble. It's a 10-1 shot. 10 to 1 with 365. Anyway, I get this into the oven and I get down for my breakfast. There won't be a fry this morning, it'll be pancakes or something. So tomorrow's Grand National Day. I see our selection is carrying a huge weight for a novice, 11 stone 10. It's going to be a huge ask with ground so heavy on a 3 mile 6. So we'll have to try and get an each way to go with him in the field, and hopefully we're staying in the Grand Central Hotel in town tonight, so I'll be able to get walking distance to have a pint maybe. Bash the bookies over and out.